Good morning, Jen. Hello. We're just chilling today. Art must be done. So, no time to dawdle. You know what I didn't check was like if I look crazy today. You know what? It's alright. Oops. Alright. Hello. Alright, so again, I did not do my sketch before I booted stream. So we're gonna sketch live and try to get this birdie. And I'm gonna treat this like I would treat any bird painting and just kind of like study the reference and then get in here and work on the feathers, and I have to zoom in so I can actually see my reference in better detail. You guys just get the little one. This little one right here. Mine is over here, but you can't see it. So I was watching some art videos yesterday. That eye is way too high. I was watching art videos yesterday. I always kind of watch some, just get ideas to see like what other people are doing. And this one woman, her name is Sarah Burns. She's got some really like honed in ideas. Like the woman's been in the grind for a long time, so she's got her whole system down to a science. And one of the things that she suggested was take all your reference photos and then print them out and cut them, like print them out on like little 1 inch by 1 inch squares. So you'd print them on like photo paper and then cut them out and then stick them in a jar. So like on days where you don't really know what you want to paint or what you want to draw or study, she said just stick your hand in the jar and pull something out. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. If only I had a printer. And then I realized that I did. So I am going to work on that later tonight, getting all of my references together. So that I can do that trick. It's a very good idea. I'm a little under the weather. It's not terrible, so if you hear me crunching on something, it's a cough drop. It's very dry in the house. actually just trying to see, like, there we go. That's not what I wanted to do there. Brain needs to work today. Brain doesn't want to work today. It just doesn't. My brain is like, feathers. No. Yes. So this won't really matter, honestly. I don't know why I'm putting all these details into it, because you're not really gonna see all of these when I put paint on it. I just need to know where they're at, that's all. I need to know where all these beautiful feathers are coming from. Okay, here we go. Okay. And this. Now that I can see a little, there's snow on the branch here. Well, hello, mocap. How's it going? Happy Sunday. Hello, hello, hello. Getting in a little Eurasian tree sparrow here. Feel like painting birds again, because I love painting birds. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. You checked my Instagram. Oh, nice work. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a work in progress, to be honest. Like, I am not the best at being consistent when it comes to posting on Instagram. It's something I am learning to do. Oh, shoot. That's okay. The reference is a little wider than... Hold on a second. There we go. I have a nice overlay for a new streamer. Oh, thank you. I watched a lot of other streamers that did art, and my buddy Shin here streams, so I got a lot of advice from him, like that chat overlay where I can see what you guys are saying. That was he showed me how to do that, and then he helped me pick out the nice screens. I went and looked up some, and I thought, you know, Shin, what do you think about this one? And he would, you know, if he thought it was fit my aesthetic or was cozy enough or, you know, would work. So So a lot of this I can attribute to Shin. Very helpful. He also helps me with my sound problems. Like if I can't hear that I got a new follower and I didn't hear it. Oh, what do I do? You got your hot chocolate? Yum. I want some hot chocolate. I like these little spiky, broken branches that are coming off of this. And the snow. Well, we're approaching the Christmas grind. You know? I need to zoom my reference out a little more on my end. Well, that's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then the rest of the little details I could just kind of brush in. All right. Do like these little, I do have to be careful with, you know, too much detail in the background because sometimes the I want the bird to stand out, and I do have an issue with putting too much in the background and then you kind of lose the bird. That was like probably one of the biggest gripes I got out of my Facebook community and the bird artist channel or page. Sorry, the page. I feel so old sometimes. I don't know how this stuff works. What is this technology? Oh. I'm gonna clean up some of these pencil lines though. All right. So less is more. I feel like I can get away with this with my limited, these few colors. You know, I apologize for the messiness of the palette. I don't clean my palette sometimes because I can reactivate all these colors. And what's my favorite medium? Ooh, you're asking. That's a loaded question. Because I love watercolor, but I love oil and I love pastel. I love pastel a lot. I thought I had my painting in here. I don't. My pastel painting. It made me so happy to work on it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so I did this in pastel. I think this is on my Instagram. And I love this so much. It made me so happy. There's something very romantic and creamy about working with pastel. And yeah, it's like messy, but it's like the good kind of messy. And I love it so much. And this is done primarily in pan pastels and a set of Unisom. I don't want to say it wrong. I actually have the set right here. Let me move all of my stuff. I want to say it. I did this too in pastel, and it's like it's a weird size, so I don't have a frame for the stuff yet.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
I heard it that time. Thank you for the follow, Mocap. Appreciate it. I Did you hear my new sound alert? It is unison. Unison? Unison. Sorry. For somebody that messes with pastels a lot. I can't remember the brand. Yes. It's this set of pastels that I love. I need to do more. I want to do more with them. I'm kind of leaning towards more realism, but I loved this so much. So that is definitely in the top 3. So it would be watercolor, oil, and then pastel. I'm trying to get my hands on a set of Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils for the fine detailing that you should be able to do. And I try to use. I have a set of like Care and Dash colored pencils, but they don't adhere. They don't work well with pastel at all. Like it doesn't want to show up on the paper, and it doesn't blend. It's like a weird, I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of like ruins it. So after more research, and seeing what the other pastel artists were using, they were using the Polychromos. So that's what I'm trying to get, a set of Polychromos colored pencils so that I can do more pastel work. I might stream some of that too. I think it'd be fun to do different mediums, but sorry that took a long time to answer that. So all I've done is reactivated, and I think I'm just gonna go in here and kind of probably be smart and wet the paper first, or I could spray it. Have my salt with me today, so we'll do a little bit of that. Let's spray it. Huzzah! Yeah, I got all my supplies out instead of wishing I had this and wishing I had that. I'm gonna try to emulate. I have commands? Oh, nice. I didn't know. Well, I have like 3, which are my link shell, my wish list, my what are my commands? Like Discord, link shell, crap, I don't remember. I'm so scatterbrained sometimes that I just kind of do, like, I know I need to do stuff or stream, and then I do that, and then I completely forget that I did anything. I don't remember. That's one. The link shell's the other, right? Exclamation point, link shell. Linktree! 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 I'm sorry, it's not link shell. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm kind of silly today. All that Final Fantasy. There they are. I think those are pretty much the only ones I have. I have several. I don't know. I think those are the only ones. Oh, and coffee. Coffee. That's where I keep you guys most up to date. It's on my coffee account. I don't know why I didn't say that first. That's where I put all of my information, where I put all my references. And my Facebook is on my Linktree. there's some, like, I'm gonna try this, a little bit of this Venetian red mixed in here. No, that's not right. Let's try the sepia, really watered down, to try to get this kind of brown reddish hue that's going on back here. But yeah, there's my commands. Let me know if there's something that is missing, that should be there. I'm just kind of winging it, and you know, whatever I can find that seems to work for other people, I'm gonna try, because it's hard out here getting noticed and trying to run a small business and paint and get to meet people. If you don't try. So I am trying. Okay. Okay, so that's it. The link tree. That's everything. Oh no. Coffee isn't on there? Exclamation point KO-FI? If that's not on there, I need to fix that, because that's where I'm at like 99% of the time. Updating, putting blogs, and talking about when I run giveaways. Those giveaways are going to be done between Twitch and... No way! Type it in. There it is. I was like, no. Apologize for the panic. Oh, that's why it's not on there. It's not on there because my my coffee stream bot. Yeah. It's in the chat though, not the chat, but it's in my... Okay, so the next question is, does anybody actually ever read your title? So when you put like, would it be a good idea to put it on the screen somewhere where people can see it? Because it feels like people don't generally read like your title when they come into your stream. I'm not really sure how to remedy that. I tried to set up a chat command that went off every 45 minutes, but well, I guess we'll see it. Well, it didn't go off yesterday. No, it would have been Friday. It didn't go off Friday, so I don't really know what I did wrong with that. It is in the title. The way the new Twitch overlay, I don't like it because everything is on the top instead of the bottom. Yeah, they keep changing that timer command. Yeah, I haven't seen the timer command go off. And I had it set to every 45 minutes because I feel like anything less than that, or yeah, is annoying. To watch somebody stream and every 10 minutes the command is going off to remind you to like check out my channel, check out my this and that, go to my wish list, see my donate, and I'm like, I don't really want to see that in chat every 5 minutes, so I don't want to do that. I feel like 15 or 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how long your streams are, is sufficient. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I'm super small. So I don't know if that's like a missed opportunity to not run it more than that, or... I just don't want to annoy people. Let's see if I can kind of... make this work. Any suggestions you guys have is appreciated. Like, I don't want to make you guys feel like I'm putting you to work, but you know, I kind of want to figure this out and give myself the best chance of being successful. I mean, I'm not like, I have no desire to be partner or affiliate because I don't care for ads. I just want to paint and to have a video catalog. Is it snowing outside? No, it's raining. I was so excited. Personally, I just want a video catalog of all of my paintings. And to meet new fine people. And also, I think there's a lot, like, people are kind of nervous to paint with watercolor, and maybe they would like to try, and I could answer some questions. Same with oil. There's a lot of, I was terrified to use oil paint, so I'm self-taught. What made you decide to start streaming? I don't really know any other way to get, I guess, to meet people, to get more exposure with my art. And this platform is there, and I thought, why not give it a try? And there's a lot of things about Twitch that I like versus YouTube. Between trying to decide if I wanted to stream on YouTube or Twitch felt more personal. It felt more, I guess, intimate in like a smaller setting, and I didn't feel like I was drowning in a sea of people. And I liked the idea of my videos being saved. Like, I could record and my videos would get saved, and then I could upload them to YouTube when I was finished, which I thought was great. I don't have a TikTok. Should I? If that's something that, like, I should have, like, I have Facebook, which I am not very happy with Facebook. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not thrilled with the way Facebook kind of does things. So if you think TikTok is something that I should try, I'm willing to give it a try. Let somebody. YouTube is bad for. It is. I see that. I need YouTube for to store my videos. So that's another reason why I just upload. So I don't like make content for YouTube. I make content for Twitch, and then I export that to my YouTube channel so that I have a video catalog of all of my my past broadcasts. But it is extremely agonizing as far as being noticed and discovered. At least Twitch, there's like how many streamers would you say that's streaming art right now? There's quite a few. How many of those artists are doing digital? It is a lot. It's like 90% of them are doing digital art. And then how many of them are doing, sewing, like needlework, or traditional art? So there's like a handful. And I thought, well, this is great because, again, maybe this is not the brush I want to use. This is the one. I'm going to try and work on this birdie a little bit here. But I like the idea of meeting new people and learning from them and sharing art stories and, you know, also working on paintings. I don't feel so alone. Not that I, you know, hate that. I like a lot of the art that I do is very solo, I guess. It's a very individual project where you're really just kind of zoned out listening to music. And what are you using as your art cam and mount? The canvas lamp. The canvas lamp. So I had a huge, let's see, I'm sure Shen could explain this better, but I went into a panic because the lighting that I had before when I was trying to start doing these paint streams, my lighting was not consistent. And this light, that's not what I meant to do. That's awful. Has different settings. Maybe that one. And then I can turn the intensity up and down on it pretty easily. So this was a really great purchase. It did take a while to get here, which was agonizing because I had hoped to start this a little bit sooner than I did. But, you know, it's okay. We're here now. We're doing it. I feel like I keep sliding over. It's great lighting. I did get a small ring light so that when I do my streams at night, this part of my fades ends up getting really dark. It's hard to set up traditional streams. It is. It is. And if your lighting isn't good or your camera isn't good or it's not focusing, I always have to keep checking to make sure you can read the words. Oh, good Lord. I don't need that. Where are you? Where's my... There you go. Bye-bye. Thank you. But no thanks. Oh, darn. I closed my chat box on accident. Band spamming bot left. Click on its name. Okay, I got it. It took a minute. It is hard to set up these people won't watch if it's too blurry. Oh, I lost my reference for a second there. If the painting is too blurry, they can't see the details. If you can't see the pencil lines, nobody's gonna watch. Like I won't. Like I want to see all the colors. I want to see the details. I want to see what you're doing. And I know that it's you know, like we have one camera angle to work with, right? And that's it. It's not like watching Bob Ross where he's got like 3 or 4 cameras and they kind of move around so you can still kind of see what he's doing. This is hard. This is like very hard to do if you don't have good lighting or a good camera. Grab sepia for some unknown reason. I really would like to use a DSLR. I can't afford it right now. When I start making more, like I said, like I just kind of started my art business. Like just started it in October. And I knew it was going to be slow and it was going to be difficult and I needed to stick to it. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to stick to it. I'm going to keep doing art shows and going to art fairs and craft shows to get kind of more like more exposure, at least in my area and surrounding areas. And I am using an iPhone. So when I do get a little bit more consistent sales and I can budget that in, then that's what I'm gonna do. Sup. Oh, sup. Hello. How's it going? Yuri. I sell prints and I have a good setup. Well, thank you. I have prints. I sell my prints. I sell my greeting cards. Nice. You know, and again, like, it's just slow if you can't get out there, or you're not working hard enough. It's a grind. Like, you got to get out there. You can't just sit around and, you know, hope that one day you woke up to orders. That must be nice. I woke up to, like, Squarespace is gonna send me my payout finally. I had one sale about 4 days ago for some earrings, and so I packaged those up and sent them out. It's a little slow. You know, that's okay though. I think this is too bright. We're gonna go for it anyway. Just gonna throw a wash on it. Good thing you're not a VTuber. Ugh. Yeah, you know what? I actually considered that too. But I think at this point I would much rather just kind of go no cam and throw up some slides, which I do have that set up too in case there's a day where I want to paint, but I don't feel like turning my face cam on. I have slides that'll play in the place of my face. So there's that. Make a slide of products with pricing. I did make a slide. You can see it here. So there's the slide. But I didn't put pricing on it because that's, I don't know. If you're interested and you want to buy something, like, my website's everywhere. You can just go to the linktree, which is also in the description box, or you can ask where. That's, you know, I mean, those cards they're $5 each, so it's not a bank buster or anything. Blow dry, I swear. That's something. Speaking of blow dryer, I kind of wish I had one to move this along because it's so slow. Working layer by layer, but I'm used to it. I'm used to it because that is the nature of watercolor. Is that you better have some patience. That could be one of your emotes. A blow dryer. I want to, like, have some Bob Ross kind of emotes that are like ruined and, you know, happy accidents, stuff like that. A blow dryer would be good. Speed it along. This part of it does take a little bit of time. I did notice going back through the VODs, like when I had, you know, more viewership, is always closer to the end when it's mostly done. Like, you guys don't want to watch the process? I worked so hard on that. What branch am I on? Oh my. Time to zoom out. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Working on this branch. I also found some really nice free music so that I could save all of my VODs now with music in the background, so you guys weren't just sitting here rewatching the stream and listening to me breathe into the microphone the whole time. Because whoa, not saying that that's what was happening, but you know, that ASMR. I want this green. There we go. Such a pretty color. Some of the prettiest colors that you can achieve in watercolor are from mixing. Mix your dang colors, people. Stop buying every shade under the sun. Lily. No, I know. But I like having every color under the sun. It's a slow process. Let's see here. I don't think that's... We'll do this. I saw, another art video where, you know, this lady suggested using one brush to do everything, and it was a big a big flat, like, not a filbert, it was just a flat, it was a big flat brush. So it's called a flat, but it was like a half inch, and yeah, you could watching you paint though makes me want to paint again, but you have to adult. No, you don't. It's Sunday. Just get your paints out. Start painting. We're just gonna make up some brand. Actually, I didn't like that, so that's the beauty of watercolor. We're just gonna get rid of it. You have to take the dogs to their appointment. Okay, well, that's important, so I understand. Take your dogs to their appointment. Oh, and grocery shopping. I used to get so nervous at the idea of streaming in front of people. I think that one of the first times I ever streamed painting, my hands shook most of the time because I was terrified, which is another good reason to do this more regularly, to kind of get over that fear of criticism. I just have to make a list because I got candles into a card comic shop. Oh, nice. Let's go. It's a place I wouldn't think to see candles. I'm hip to that. Ducka ducka. I don't have a whole ton of options here of like places that I could go set up. I walked into this antique shop the other day and I thought, well, if I could find one person that was selling anything that was homemade, I would ask if this was something that, you know, if I could set up some greeting cards and, you know, in a little small booth, would that be okay? But it was literally, it was all antiques. I thought, darn. So So they were really nice people. I really should have asked anyway, but I kind of talked myself out of it when I saw that there wasn't anybody else. I mean, if you can do artwork and of superheroes and card stuff. See, I don't. That's not a thing for me. I'm not into... I love comic books and I like that kind of artwork, but that's not really what I do. I do it sometimes, but it's mostly just for me. Or hear me out, oh boy. Since you like fantasy, if I did more dragon paintings, then yeah, I would go in there and say, hey, I paint dragons. How do you feel about this? Yeah. More dragons sounds nice. I know. I would like to do some more dragon paintings. I woke up this morning like, I don't wanna paint. Leave me alone. I just wanna watch Harry Potter and make cookies. But that's how it is. That's the life of an artist, man. I'm telling you, that's like, you have days where you're just like, I need to get art done, but I just don't. I was just fortunate that we came across a brand new card shop that opened, and I was like, hey, oh, nice. I think anything that's gonna bring... I wouldn't turn somebody away. Like, oh, what do you sell? Because, like, shoot. I might want to buy some of that stuff. Bring it here. You won't know until you ask. True. I need to get over some fears of asking and just go for it, you know? Just do it. How will you know? How will you know? Alright, I'm gonna zoom in on my bird here so that I can start kind of getting some of these details in the wing. Dab, dab, dab. Okay, there we go. And I know that the head here is like, I wonder if I can zoom in. I can. There we go. Now you can see what I'm working on. Look at that. Boom! That's so good. Okay. Let me try to clean this up just a little bit. What? Coloring books are a great way to get out some creative energy if you don't feel like drawing. I use coloring books sometimes when I don't feel like painting. Is that it is? Hello. It's me. It is. That's so funny. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm doing what I love. Ooh. Nice, thank you. I like it too. I don't feel so neurotic. This is more my element. Slow down, non-toxic, happy. Doing the art. The double take. Well, hello. So this is gonna be risky, but there's a line here and I don't like it, and I'm gonna try to get rid of it without ruining it. Yeah, I'm glad that's done. I'm so over that. This is me in my natural element. Shoot, it just keeps bleeding. Okay, we're not gonna work on the head. I can fix this, so I'm not gonna worry about it if it's bleeding out a little bit. That's actually kind of fine. Well, this is me every day. You wouldn't know that coming from gaming. To keep checking my reference so I don't get out of hand, because sometimes I can get a little crazy. With my brush. I'm more peaceful this way. Oh, you guys are so dramatic. No, I'm just happier. That was not. So if you like Lord of the Rings and anime, there's a community out there for me. That's what Shin said he had gone to see. I haven't heard if he liked it though, Shin. What say you, Shin? Oh, there it is! It finally showed up an hour later. Okay, well, there's my coffee account. An hour into stream. Oh, that's neat. It was good? Okay. Good, then. I may watch it when it... Is it on, is it in the theaters, or is it on, like, one of the streaming services? Okay, I'll have to wait for it to come out of the theater, then. Catch it on one of these YouTube, not YouTube, but like probably HBO or something. Prime. It's definitely one of those movies I would have running in the... Oh, really? Ooh, okay. I like that. I like that. So if I wasn't streaming right now, I would have been playing like House Moving Castle or Harry Potter in the background. because that is where I'm at. Tra-la-la. I would pause what I'm doing if it came to a certain scene now. Oh. Oh. What kind of scene is that? Huh? Oh, a fight. Okay. Okay, well, alright. I guess so. Sure. Maybe it's a really good fight scene. No, like, I get it because, like, okay, I say that, but then I spent like 30 minutes yesterday rewatching this fight scene between, and I'm gonna nerd out for a minute, from Crisis Core between Sephiroth, Angeal, and Genesis. And, like, their fight style is so interesting, and it's so awesome how it was animated in that game that I watch it like twice a week because I'll just want to see like how he wields his Murasame. It revolves around Shield Maiden lore too, so I has to watch. Oh girl, I like that you like that stuff. Alright, I'm gonna try to get in here. And puts the eye in. I do know that. That's kind of cool too. I think once that dries, I can scrub that out of there. All right, so for now, I'm gonna go in here and not be stupid and add some brown. And start working on these tiny little details in this branch. Because, you know, details schmeetails. I needs them. Darn it, come on. Cooperate. I am going to add some of this yellow, no, Wan Brilliant or Yellow Ochre. I think this is like Wan Brilliant. I'm gonna leave the top of this kind of white for the snow. I don't want to lose that. And I am going to do the snow in gouache. And I think I'll use permanent white, and it's almost gone. Also, I'm not sponsored, obviously, but I just want to point out that like Holbein gouache to me is the best gouache. It's the best gouache. Fight me. It's up for debate, I guess. If you know of a better gouache, you let me know. But Holbein gouache. The stuff is like super pigment. And my favorite brand of watercolor, my favorite brand of watercolor, it's Schminke. It's so good. And like, yeah, I know Daniel Smith is good too. It is. M. Graham is great. I have both. I have all three of those. I have M. Graham, I have Schminke, and I have Daniel Smith. And of them, still, I will pull Schminke. It just has that fire. If you're looking for professional grade watercolors. If you are looking for something that's more student grade watercolor, I would say, shoot, I can't even remember the name. It's all over Amazon. It's really good. It's just it's very granular and not like necessarily in a good way, but it's super pigmented, it's affordable, and if you're wanting to get into watercolor and you want to give yourself the best shot, here's another thing. Winsor Newton, I'll pitch them first. Winsor Newton has a really nice set of like what to me is student grade watercolor. Okay, I think they have a professional grade too. I haven't tried it, but you want to give yourself a shot at watercolor, you haven't used it before, then I would get a set of Winsor Newton watercolors and start playing with it. I can tell you what my first set of watercolors were. Crayola watercolors really got me into watercolor. I don't know, I just loved it. And after that I was super hooked. Like, wow, this stuff is great. I'm going to try to mix like a really dark blue so that I can get this. Hello, where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted, is this right here. Okay, I'm hip to that. I like it. That is working for me. I wish I could tell you what blue this was on my palette. Just don't know. So I would be kind of in a spot if somebody asked me what colors I was using. I know most of them, but some of them, like, sorry. Blue. Okay, now And go back up here and add some more of this. Ooh, let's try this. This looks good. And you kind of have to be okay with the messiness when you're starting, because like it does go through kind of a weird ugly phase that you have to just kind of let happen and live in that. I went the wrong way. Let's go this way. Why is this tilting? Is it this? It's this. Okay, there. Okay. Work on the head a little bit more here. Hopefully it's done. It's dried enough to where it's not gonna bleed everywhere. And that looks okay. Yeah. Hold on, I lost my brush. I painted a kingfisher the other day and people thought it was a hummingbird, and I was like, I'm not gonna correct them. I'm just gonna let that go. I'm just gonna let it go. I give up. Maybe it does look like a hummingbird. I don't know. I knew what it was. Customer's always right, right? Yes, it is a hummingbird. How did you? Oh, you're so well versed in birds. That's terrible. I don't know, maybe my reference was wrong and it looked like a kingfisher. Like in my reference, it was a kingfisher. I may have painted it to look like a hummingbird on accident, so if it could pass as a hummingbird, I feel like kingfisher appreciators would call me out on it though. Like that, you know, that's a kingfisher, right? It's like, well, you know what? Does it matter? Everybody else thought it was a hummingbird. Who am I to argue? Need more paint. This set here that I have is part of the very first set of watercolor that I ever got. It was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. No, that's wrong. It was like 7 years ago. This palette, just to tell you, like, give you an idea of like how well this paint holds up, is like this palette is 7 years old and it's still good. Like, paint lasts forever. I need a lighter color now. I think I'll bring this tail down just a little bit longer. And the angle of the tail is just a little off. Like it's more, it should have gone more like a slant. And you know what? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna tell him? Would like to know whatever this color here is and try to make this pop a little bit more, like so. All right. Okay, so now I can kind of cry about how this did not blend well enough for me. Ugh. That's okay, because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go, I'm gonna go over that. I don't like too much, like, when there's the hard lines like that. Ugh. Like, why are you doing this to me? Paint. Please. I'm gonna hide it. Like so. And then I'm going to zoom out more on my reference so that I can really see in here. And add some darker hues in here without getting too crazy. It's just supposed to look like blurred branches in the background. So I'm gonna go very lightly with my brush to do this. To try to emulate like a camera blur. Soften the background. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. There we go. We'll just zoom out so you guys can see what I was talking about. Ah. Okay. This is an odd size of paper too, but it's what I had because I'm running out of watercolor paper. It's okay. Christmas is coming. We have more paper then. We have to get through now. We got this, guys. I just paint a lot. Hey, hey, hey. paint every day. And this is how I'm gonna hide this bleeding that happened. I'm gonna hide it. Like that. And then when it dries, I'll add some more. Alright, we're gonna go in here now and add some more of that blue black color that I made here. Down and... Well, that's too dark. Cool. Oh, that's even... Oh man, we're splattering everywhere. Ah! Stop. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do this without disrupting the layers that are already on here. And also try not to do too much, because then it becomes very distracting like this. And then your eye doesn't know where to look because there's just stuff everywhere on the page, and I don't want stuff everywhere on the page. I am kind of the paint clutterer. So I do like to clutter a lot of stuff on the page. I like color. I like to fill the page with paint. All right. Is that okay? Alright, so now that this is where we're at, I'm gonna try to add some more details to the wing by zooming way in here and try to make this bluey kind of gray color. That's hiding in here. And this is a Holbein watercolor called Pale Violet. It's kind of a cheat, and I like to use it to add like a cool shadow or as a gray. But you can use it however you want. That's just how I use it. It's such a solid color. It also works really good for snow, by the way. It got really warm in here. I just want to point that out. It was freezing and now it's really warm in here. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna move on to the snow. So I'm gonna take my permanent white and put it over here. That looks good. Cool. All right. And we're gonna get started. So I like to go in with my violet first and kind of lay down the shadows of my snow first. Okay, and now the fun of gooping this snow on here. Alright, I'm gonna move my paper around a lot because I forget that I'm streaming when I'm painting sometimes. Easy to do. A little dabby dabby. Sometimes I just want the little indication of snow. I don't have to put snow on everything. Just need to, you know, yeah, there's snow there. But I probably will put snow on everything, cause why not? We don't get snow here. I'm gonna put snow on everything. That's a big old glob of white. So there's a branch. Okay, so that's this branch that has snow all over it and under it. Okay. Like, yeah. Okay, there we go. Also, I want to note that if you guys want to kind of participate in like some art challenges, I do try to keep up on those in Discord. If you want to be a part of some, you know, unique practices or limited palette challenges, they can be really fun to experiment with. And then, you know, post your work. Post your artwork for everybody to see. That's fun too. You know, you can, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to, you know, work on a painting. This one is 11 by 7, I believe. Or 5, sorry. 11. This is, you know what? I'll just look. It's a 11.8 by 5 by 9, and this is rough grain, and I really like rough grain paper. I like cold press too. Like, I do have a pad here that is the same size, and it's cold press, so it's a little less grainy and a little less textured than the grain, the hard grain, or rough, sorry, the rough. But I'll use anything, honestly, if if I need paper, and I do like to play with different textures, but I don't have I wouldn't say like, oh, I like hard press more than cold press. I use both equally. It just depends on what I'm working on. And if I want a lot of texture in the painting, like this one is very cool and wintry, and I like the texture of it, then I will go for a more rough grain paper. And if it's something that's very clean, like a flower, I'll go for hot press. Hot press is the paper that I don't use the most, but it depends on the level of detail that I want to put into it. Then I may opt for hot press. Hot press can be in it. I'm gonna try to lift this now. If it won't lift, then that's okay. We're just gonna leave it alone. Sometimes it'll lift, sometimes it won't. And in this case, it's kind of like, psych, that's dry. Yeah, that's all right. Maybe we can cheese it. No, there's no cheesing that. It's done. Eraserhead, I don't. It's okay. We're gonna let it go. Hello, honest NPC. That's just gonna stay how it is, I suppose. It might work. It might work out in the end. Get some of this purple that I like here. Add some shadows to the snow. So yeah, an hour and a half of work. And we got something here. Is it exactly how I planned it out in my head? No, it rarely is. Go in here and that's all right. I wonder if that's the end of my playlist. We'll just go to the next one. Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. I wondered how long that playlist was gonna last. Just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and swap. Playlist real quick. Alrighty. Just a little bit. Yay, thanks, Wendy. How are you doing today, darling? Welcome in. You can do anything with an hour and a half. I'm gonna add some more of this blue. Yeah. Okay, so to keep me from going overboard. Does it? Oh, stop. That is where we're at. That is the bottom. I could crop it, you know, like where it's just to there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add a branch. Okay, we're gonna do that real quick. Ah, whoops. We're gonna add this branch that is in pencil up here. And then, hello, can I have my mouse? See this branch right here. Because, whoops, I sketched it in. And this should tie it in together. Like so. Well, the season is almost over. Maybe next year though, like I'll do all my Christmas cards on stream and design them all like live and then print them out, and you know, maybe in a year, by next year, my Christmas cards will sell more. They'll do better because people will have been here to vote on the card designs. So I could start, you know, like, I could start designing them like October 1st. So then all of October and November, they go live December 1st. Yeah? What do we think about that? So next year we have like a plan of, our doing Christmas cards next year. What say you? The bird one, like this one, could also be non-denominational. Which one? The other bird like this one? This one? It's the same bird, I believe, but it's just a different, probably different area. Yeah. Those are also holy cow. Get a grip. I don't need to buy viewers. Ugh. Think so. Okay, how do I close that? Oh no. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh. Okay, there. If e-cards weren't awkward, I'd simply insert my own text to Xmas, to catch Christmas. I actually print these up and sell them, so I don't do e-cards. Like if e-cards weren't awkward. Yeah. I don't do, if that's what you're talking about, like selling e-cards. I don't know if, do people sell e-cards or they just make them? And then people just download them. Download this e-card. I actually make Christmas cards. I made a bunch this year. I sold probably about 100, which is awesome. I think that's good. I think I should probably leave it alone before I, you know, go too far. Oh, it's just warm in here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tape. It's the best part. Yay! And there it is. There's what we've worked on, or I have worked on, and you guys watched. I'm gonna sign it. There we go. This is our 4th painting on stream. I have the other ones. I had the other ones. They were here and then they weren't. Oh, here they are. And then they weren't. So we've done 3 so far.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
Thanks for the follow. So this is the first one that we did on last week. We did this wonderful wintry scene. And then we did this one the next day. So this would have been like Wednesday's stream. This was the Kingfisher, this whole process from beginning to end. And then this one was done on Friday. So, you know, my goal is to do small practices that can be done within an hour and a half to 2 hours time. That way, you know, if you wanted to follow along, I could post, and that's something you're interested in, I would post the colors that I'm going to use, and then the reference photo would go up on my Ko-fi account. So if you don't know about Ko-fi, where's the chat box? Over here? Over there. Over there. Join Ko-fi or join the Discord. And I tried my best to keep you guys up to date on giveaways that are coming up, on, you know, Ko-fi subscriber perks, things like that. And just kind of let you guys know what I'll be doing, and then I'll have polls if I need you guys to vote on something for me. But this is a way for you guys to stay connected to what's going to be happening on the channel moving forward. So thank you for the follows, Honest NPC, Mocap, I appreciate it. And welcome in. I'm going to wrap it up here. And I will post this in the Discord and on Ko-fi for you guys to see if you wanted to try to do this yourself. It was fun, and I hope you guys have a great night, day, the rest of your day. It's early still, right? It's not even noon yet, is it? It's a little afternoon. Okay, it's super nice. Yay! All right, so I will be back Tuesday, I believe. I might stream tomorrow night. It just depends. Like, it really just depends on how my schedule works out, but I should be back Tuesday night and work on something then. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.